Hello and welcome to Olivia Rose Floral Design. Today we will be making a wreath, and the wreath will be based on a rattan grapevine style wreath, and I'll be showing you how to put this together. Let's get started. Okay, so today I'm going to be using a 12-inch 30cm rattan grapevine wreath. And as you can see, it looks the same on both sides and is held together with the rattan. Okay, so to start my wreath for the base, I'm going to be taking this artificial foliage, which is wired, which is useful because you can bend it and curve it to the shape of the wreath. So with my wire cutters, I just simply cut a piece off. Okay. And I've already, to save some time, snipped some and made a pile ready to go. So I'm just going to go around the wreath and add these in. And you can have this as thick as you like, but remember it is just the base, you don't want to overcrowd it at such an early stage. So to add these to the wreath, all you do is you take the end of your foliage and you just place it in among the vine until it feels secure. So there's no need to glue at this stage or to wire. And I always keep checking on the back just to make sure it's not sticking through too much. And the reasons for that is because when you hang it on the door, you don't want it to be pushing outwards, you want it to lay nice and flat. Okay, so I'll continue round until I'm happy with the result. So if there's anything you're not happy with, you can just simply take it out, move it along and pop it back in again. So I just felt there was a bit of a gap, so I've just shuffled them along and I'm just going to add an additional one in there. Okay, so that is my base. And although you can still see lots of rattan, we are going to continue to fill this in. Okay, so my next foliage that I want to use is this lovely eucalyptus. And again, this comes on quite a large bunch and I've just simply cut some pieces off. I've gone for 5 pieces. And I'm going to add them in as evenly as I possibly can. Okay, and I'm just going to go over the top of the existing foliage. You can even spread them out and lay them on top, just to make sure you're inserting them evenly. Okay, so you now have this lovely eucalyptus as well, and you can pop some glue on the ends of the stems if you wish to, depending on your wreath. Some of them are quite loose, but I'm quite lucky this one is quite a dense one. Okay, so again with this, I'm just going to shuffle these along a bit till I'm happy with how they look. Okay, so this one's sticking up as well. I could cut these parts out, but I think it's good to see that they don't always lay flat first time. Okay, so this is with the base foliage and the eucalyptus. Okay, so for my flowers, I'm going to go for these beautiful faux cream roses. They are avalanche roses, so they're quite large. They have quite large heads. So all I've done with these is I've cut them down to size. And again, like the eucalyptus, I'm going to use 5 for this. It seems to be my theme. So they come on quite long stems. I've already taken all the leaves off. And all I do is I cut them so there's enough stem to add to my wreath. Okay, so with these I am going to lay them down just to see where I want them first of all. And I'm going to pop these randomly among the eucalyptus and other foliage. Okay, so I think I like the look of that. So now I'm going to go in and add them. And again, if you don't feel they're secure, you can add some glue into this just to hold them down. This one up. Just going to get myself out. And be careful because sometimes the wires do pop out and sometimes you can cut your fingers on them. Okay, so now we have our roses. We're going to go round the wreath and fill in some of these gaps with some white wax flower. And again, this comes in huge clusters and I've just simply cut them down into little stalks of 3. So with this, again, they're on wires, so you can just go around the edge of your wreath and fill in the gaps. So I tend to go in not just on top, but around the edges, so on the inside edge and the outside edge. And the good thing with these is because there's 3 on each cluster, and they're on wires, you can move them around and spread them out accordingly. Okay, so I'm just going to go around and fill in all these gaps. So if you just hold it up, just to check if there's any gaps that you missed or any bits that you're unhappy with. And then you can just simply add some more in. Okay, now we have our wax flower on. So we have the base foliage, the eucalyptus, the beautiful avalanche roses and the wax flower. So what I would like to do now is just to give it a pop of colour. So I'm going to go for these small clusters of pink flowers and just add them discreetly among the foliage, just peeping through, just to give it a nice pink touch. So with these, they do come again as a bush, and all I simply do is cut one of these stems off, which I did earlier. And to make these more budget friendly, they come in clusters of 3. So you can put the big clusters in, or what I've simply done is I've taken off 2 of the heads and I've left this one on the original stem, and I leave these on so I can reuse them because they're artificial, and sometimes you like to change the style or the colours of your wreath on your door, and depending on occasions or seasons, I sometimes reuse my materials. So I will simply leave these ones on, and then I will just pop that one in there, and as you will see, you can't really see the 2 stems that are still there as they're hidden among the foliage. And then with these 2, what I do is I wire them. So I take a wire, I bend it at the top, probably about 2 centimetres, and then I hold it to my foliage and I simply twist. Okay, and once I've done that, it should be very secure on top. I take my paraffin tape and I simply hold, twist and pull. This does take a lot of practice, so don't get too frustrated, and you do not have to tape them, you can simply just wire them. I just do it out of habit and because I've had many years of practice, so it's quite easy for me. Another cost saving tip is with the wires, you can buy them in bulk. Looks like you've got thousands of them here, but you can go through them quite quickly and they are expensive. So on these types of arrangements, what I do is you only need a couple of inches. So I cut it and I will use that second half of the wire again. Okay, so pre-wired some earlier, again to save time. So I'm now going to go around and just discreetly pop these among the foliage, or where there's any gaps or where I think they may look nice, and to finish off the wreath. Again, no set rule to this, just pop them in to give it a burst of colour and to break up the foliage as well. Okay, so put some up here. Can get a little bit fiddly, and again, if this is going outdoors, then I would glue each piece in just to give it that extra security. Okay, so, and again, because they're all on wires, you can manoeuvre them into the direction that you wish. Okay, so now we've added all of our pink flowers, the wreath is complete. So you can see there that they've made a huge difference to the wreath and have just made it a lot more elegant and prettier. So thank you for watching my video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and stay tuned, and I will be uploading more content very soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye.